What's good? What's happening? It's Coach Blue coming at you from the basement. We're going to talk BCAAs today. My apologies for the delay on this video. I actually did this earlier in the week. I did BCAAs and pre-workouts, and the video ended up being like 25 minutes, which I knew I would lose your attention with that long of a video. So we're going to chop it down to just talk BCAAs today, and we'll get to pre-workouts this coming week on Thursday, okay? So BCAAs, what are they? So there's three essential ones, or main ones that you're going to see or better see in the product that you're taking: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And my apologies if I said those wrong. That was my best attempt. There are a host of non-essential ones that you're also going to see, but the main understanding is the three that you're looking for are those first three that I mentioned. And as far as what they do, they're supposed to aid in muscle recovery, help your body repair any of the damage done from workouts, and some of them are supposed to help cellular metabolism through energy production, so helping ATP, or helping formation of ATP, and helping the muscles grow. Okay, so that's the what and the why, I guess, or why you take it. Okay, so I want to show you a few different products and talk about those, and then kind of explain reasoning, what I hope your reason is for taking it, and give you some advice there. Okay, so there's kind of two different avenues that they'll go right now. Because the energy drink market is so popular, BCAAs and BCAA companies have started to kind of try to tailor some of their products towards that to tap into that market, and thankfully we have some of those as an example. But if you're just looking for BCAAs, and like I said, we'll talk later about why someone would want to take them, then you're just looking for something that says BCAAs on it. And typically when you take a BCAA, you're going to see that ratio, that 2 to 1 to 1, and the leucine is the two parts of that. So that's the one that's the big hitter of the three as far as helping in muscle recovery and growth, and then the other two are also assisting in that process. Okay, but then you also see other products like Extend is a pretty popular branched chain amino acid. It's been around a long time. The nice thing about this one versus the other one is that logo right there. That is the Safe for Sport logo, or sticker, and they can't just put this on a supplement. It has to be tested and approved. And so if you have a high school athlete, collegiate athlete, or you're in USAW and you qualify for a national meet, you may or may not get randomly tested. And if you're taking a host of supplements, you run the risk of popping positive for one of their banned substances. If you're taking a supplement that has this logo on it, then you should be okay. I say should because there's always a risk. They're made in warehouses where there's other things made, and sometimes supposedly people will say that they took a contaminated dose and failed a drug test. You've seen it happen. Usually they're making stuff up, but it has supposedly happened before. Something along those lines, to not get too far on a tangent, is if you do have one of those athletes in high school or college especially, something again that is very popular are these guys. All right, the Reigns, the Bangs, and whatever other host of energy drinks that are out there. That has 300 milligrams of caffeine in it. Okay, that's an enormous amount of caffeine, and caffeine is considered a performance-enhancing drug. So if you have one of those athletes that, like Mesquite's really good at football, maybe they make it to the playoffs next year, and your son is selected for the random drug testing, and he drinks one of those maybe the day before or the morning before the test, he might actually fail that test. Okay, so be aware of that. I'm not sure what the levels are, but again, that's one of those things that I know is on the banned substance list as far as the quantities go. So you can have some in your system, but if you're at a very elevated level, which you would think 300 milligrams is going to be pretty high, you may pop for that. So something to keep in mind. Okay. Same with USAW, they test for that too. All right, so the very just run-of-the-mill branched chain amino acids. Again, we'll get to why people take them here in a minute. I just want to show you the different products, okay? And then you have the performance side of things. So the ones where they're trying to tap into the energy drink market. So now you see performance, and they've got this peak O2 blend that they're putting in there to help you perform. And then the branched chain amino acid energy, okay? So now they're making it like an energy drink, and they got a list of things that this one does over the other ones. The only thing about those that are one of the main things that I would be concerned about with those is if you are already a coffee drinker and you are an energy drink or a pre-workout drinker, and then you're taking a BCA that also has some sort of pre-workout mix or energy drink mix in there, I think that's too much. Okay, so you have to be aware of that, and we'll touch on this more on the pre-workout side of things. But if you drink coffee, you take a pre-workout, and your BCA that you take also has caffeine in it, that we need to decide which one between those two we're not going to have. Okay, because it's time to eliminate that. You can go with a BCA that does not have caffeine in it, and it's unlikely that you will notice that it doesn't have the caffeine in it. Okay, so proprietary and performance blends. Okay, so that's the one thing that I want you to avoid. So right down here it says Peak O2 Performance Blend or proprietary blend. It's the same thing. Any product that has that is typically on the lower side of things as far as value goes, because you don't exactly know the amount of the chemicals in there that you're getting. You know what you're getting. They have to list what's in the ingredients in there, but you don't know the amount. So if these two were the same product, let's say, in the same size tub, I could get half of the item that I'm looking for in this, and then this one maybe just because it was poured at the end of the vat that mixed them together, I only get a quarter of it. Okay, so you're not guaranteed the quantities, if that makes sense, of the things you're looking for. So it's much better to pick a product that doesn't have any made up or little asterisks by anything in there, and it's all bullet pointed as far as what's in there and how much. Okay, it's much better to go that way. So what are these going to do, and why would I take them? All right, so like I said, the science says that they aid in muscle recovery. They're going to aid in some cellular metabolism, give you a little bit more energy, help your muscles grow potentially, and repair any muscle damage from workouts. Well, here's the thing. If you're eating a balanced diet and you're getting enough meat and proteins in your diet, then you are already getting all the branched chain amino acids that you need. Okay, so there's not really a need for this. All right, it's just clever marketing that has told you that you need this. So my recommendation is, if you have been taking one of these for a long time and you haven't cycled off yet, finish your tub since you bought it and you spent some money on it. Finish out the tub and then cycle off for a month and see how you recover. Okay, what I would start to do before you're finished, pay attention to how you recover, how long it takes you, how sore you are. Stop taking it, pay attention, see how sore you are, how long it takes you to recover. And odds are very good if you continue to eat a balanced diet. Some other factors: you're still sleeping good, you're getting enough sleep, and your stress levels aren't too crazy. So there's a ton of factors there, but just this little experiment, by taking that out, I suspect that you probably are not going to notice a difference. Again, if you're eating a balanced diet. If you have holes in your diet, then this might help plug some of those holes, and thankfully they're relatively inexpensive, so it's not the end of the world. The nice thing about BCAAs, minus the energy drink versions of them, just the standard BCAAs, it's probably not going to hurt you. The worst thing that's going to happen is it's going to be a very expensive pee. Okay, so that's not the end of the world. And if you like a little bit of flavor to something that you're drinking during working out versus just water, BCAA is a nice choice there, because again, maybe your body needs a little bit and you'll take some of it and you'll get some use out of it, but otherwise it's just expensive pee. Okay, but if you can handle drinking water, then give that a shot. Okay, so that would be the reason behind taking it. And again, the science says that they do help some that need it, but for the most part, if you have that balanced diet, you should be fine. Okay, so if there's any questions on this topic as far as like, should I be taking it, should I not, please reach out, guys. I'm happy to take a look at if you're not taking one of these four, I'm happy to take a look at what you're taking and give you some feedback on it. Most of my advice comes from experience. I try not to give you guys advice on supplements that I haven't personally tried myself, minus any of the heavy hitters that I joked about earlier in the week with the steroids and the testosterone. I got nothing there for you guys. You're on your own. Maybe you talk to your doctor, okay? Which they won't be happy. But otherwise, so yeah, those three main ones, make sure your supplement has that, and then you'll see a host of other ones in there: beta-alanine, arginine, glutamine, taurine, and you'll see, so like on our Fit Aids here, they have those typically on energy drinks. They're going to have all those listed on the lid or right around the top of it. And that's just letting you know there's some non-essential branched chain amino acids in there helping with energy production and cellular recovery and metabolism. Okay? All right, guys, that is all I got for you on BCAAs. Enjoy the day, and we will see you this week at the gym.